How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. And in today's episode, I'm right here by the gate with Elena and the Jeep. And I think I finished the episode over there. Right over there where I'm about to shoot. Man, I got some good weapons with me. Also, I haven't played this game in a while, because last week I was recording Yakuza 5. And now I'm back to this game. And you know what? I've been thinking about a lot about this game. And I was like, well, because I was uploading the newer episodes of it. And I think the episode I uploaded yesterday, I made quite a lot of videos in advance.
Okay, I'll try the other one.
And the video that I uploaded yesterday was the one where we were in Africa. And we had that epic clock tower climbing scene. And then we had the truck chase. And I was like, man, that was the best part of the game. Everything afterwards is just kind of not as good. You know, like, jungle is fucking awesome. And it's an awesome environment. But it's like, now I realize why this game is a lot, just reminds me so fucking heavily of Uncharted 1. It's like a similar story where it's kind of like Nate and Elena bonding and shit, except now they're married, and in the first game they weren't even dating yet, and we're spending most of the game in a jungle, and the set pieces in the jungle just aren't as awesome and impressive as the ones that were in Africa. Even that scene with the wench when the Jeep almost fell off a cliff, that was really awesome.
Number 2.
But the rest of the game is just, I finally realized why I don't think this Uncharted game is the best Uncharted game.
This one's clear.
A lot of people give it a lot of points because this game has the best story. And sure, it has the least confusing story, like Uncharted 3's story is kind of weird. Uncharted 2's story is very straightforward. Uncharted 1's as well. But that's like, did I ever expected a brilliant story to be told in Uncharted? It's like this game doesn't have a brilliant story. It just, out of all the Uncharted games, it has the best one. But I don't come here for the story. Story is nice to have. And I do care about the characters and everything. Oh, I gotta fucking pull off an epic stunt. What I'm saying is, I guess, is that this really is not my favorite Uncharted game. And I don't think it ever will be.
What's wrong? Too muddy. Gotta go around.
Oh, I gotta fucking get some. I gotta get some airtime.
Maybe we could get up that way.
Good call.
Stunt number 1 out of 69. Let's go.
Watch this.
Watch me
Hang on.
fuck it up. Yeah, I didn't fuck it up.
You sound surprised.
Maybe
Broke her pelvises, but didn't fucked it up. Maybe I fucked up her asses, but not the Jeep or the jump. Also, I can't fucking see. Why is the game so fucking weird all of a sudden? Maybe it's because it's really bright in my room and we're kind of in a dark jungle. Yes, I recorded a bunch of Yakuza 5. Ooh, this looks like a secret. Look at this cartoony ass ladder. There's a house.
Probably the elevator keeper person.
The elevator keeper person.
Yeah, you know, how else are you gonna pass pirate safety inspections? Guess these guys knew something big was going down.
The elevator keeper. Yeah, I played a lot of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Man, I'm keep loving this game. Even though I feel like the combat is very chaotic a lot of the time. Like, compared to the God of War definitely had a better combat than Star Wars Jedi Survivor. But Star Wars Jedi Survivor is much more enjoyable, where I just walk around the world and explore, and I go on these side missions, and the world explanation, jumping around, doing all this parkour, is much more fucking enjoyable than walking around God of War Ragnarok's world. Because in that game, I felt like the exploration wasn't actually all that good.
The water wheel's working, that bodes well.
I actually enjoyed the parts where you just simply drove around in like a sleigh. or in a boat, and you just listen to characters talk, and then you would like my favorite structure in the game is when you're in a world that has rivers, and then when you're on the river, you can't just get out of the boat, so you have to get to the land, and then get out of the boat.
Give me a hand with this?
And usually there's like these pieces of land that are kind of like separate areas and everything. But when you're on a sleigh, at any moment you can just jump out of it and start exploring. And these areas I did not like as much because in those,
I'll hold it.
anywhere you fucking go could be something hidden. You guys are fucking concerned about gas? You have to fucking turn the car off? Question is this elevator even gonna go up?
Oh, that's heavy.
Meant to go to the gym. I fucking meant to go to the gym all of the last week and I still haven't. It's like I fucking got up early and I was sitting on my bed and I was like, the fuck? Do I want to do that shit? If I go to the gym and I get a fucking subscription, I'm gonna have to start going there every day. And I was like, fuck this shit, man.
It's like a postcard.
I think I'm depressed. A postcard?
Yeah, Libertalia. Come for the beautiful views.
Got a shitty drink
Stay
here.
for the life or death gun.
I don't even know what's it called. Milky Fruits Muscat Grape? It's got Powerpuff Girls on
So
it.
what
This
makes
one
you
has
change your
bubbles.
Hmm?
And it
So
doesn't
you-
support that stupid new
come
European
back.
fucking thing where all the
Well, I
caps
couldn't
are
move
connected
you
to the
clearly
bottle.
and over your head. And you know, there's that whole
It's like grape flavored water.
bridge vow thing.
It's pretty good.
For better or worse.
It's half finished because my sister really hated it. And
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with it? It's just a grape flavored drink.
For better or worse.
She's into Powerpuff Girls, so she probably bought it just because it had a Powerpuff Girl on it. And that's it. For better or for worse. Isn't that the chapter's name? Damn, this RPG's
Here.
fucking cool
me a hand with
looking.
this.
I wanna fucking shoot it. She's still kinda mad, right? Like, we're having an adventure, having fun, but
if you think that you're
if we
protecting me,
weren't,
you don't have a right.
she'd be mad.
No matter what it is, you're supposed to come to me so that we can work through it together as a team.
I know that. Really, I do. It's just...
I'm dumb.
We should stay focused. There'll be time.
If
for
I
this.
knew that, then the story wouldn't be as impactful and people wouldn't call it the best Uncharted game of all time. Yeah, what if this game was just like not considered really good? What if people were like, man, this is an underwhelming ending to Nathan Drake's story? I find it a bit underwhelming. What is this bullshit? What is this music? Oh, I'm just driving around now. Is there any point in me looking for treasures now? Seems like a scripted sequence. I'm just supposed to have a nice ride up to New Devon. This is a beautiful looking game, I give it that. The game plays great, and it's probably the best playing Uncharted game, even though I felt like Uncharted 2 and 3 played already really good. And Uncharted 3 had that really awesome throwing back grenades mechanic, which fucking, I don't know why they removed from this game, there's no reason for it. And they just forgot how to do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna ruin this sequence. I already ruined it by keep shitting on this game. I'm not shitting on it, it's just,
We're here, Sully.
like I said, this game is just not as good as 2 and 3. In my eyes.
Guess we'll see them soon.
People call it this fucking best Uncharted game ever. How the story is brilliant.
Good. Keep in touch, will you?
I don't know, it's good.
We'll try.
I don't call it
Over and
brilliant.
out.
Just because what, the game touches upon subjects that are a little bit more realistic than
Okay.
whatever the previous games did. I don't want this shit though. I don't care about
Turn around. We're
these
heading
realistic
for the
stories being represented in video games. I go to video games not to fucking worry about
Brace yourself.
relationships and shit. Come on.
Nate.
My boat doesn't move.
Nate.
What am I doing?
There. We can climb up those rocks.
On it. Go.
That was a cool truck we had.
Come on. Hey!
Soft landing.
Waterfall. I'm okay.
Okay, that's a cool
Oh, come on.
sequence. Elena, catch me.
Over here, quick!
I just flew like upwards.
Whew. Well, so much for the car.
No, it's stolen anyway.
I wasn't trying to protect you. It's just, I made a promise that I was done with this life.
We both did.
Yeah, but I broke it. I didn't tell you because I was afraid
Afraid of what?
of losing you. I guess I was protecting myself.
Stupid? Oh, okay. I spent May the 4th playing Star Wars all day. That's how I celebrated it. And, man, I really can't wait to actually record Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. I have a lot of Star Wars games planned. I want to play the both Force Unleashed games. I actually have both of them on Steam. I think they come with DLCs as well. These are not canon anymore, I know, but they're fucking awesome. I remember playing the second one a lot as a kid. I played it more than the first one. And I don't know, as a kid I remember liking the second one more than the first one. Of course, everybody always says that the first one's better. So I really want to replay them and see, like, was I wrong to like the first one less than the second one?
At least we're on the right side of the river now.
Where'd you came from?
Yeah. That would have been bad.
She just popped in out of nowhere? Yeah, I don't actually know. How about we push this boulder? No? Okay. There was some boulder pushing in Uncharted 1, 2, remember that? Was it 1? Fuck, which game was it? I don't remember now.
I see an opening up there.
I know what to describe this game. Like, it's like Uncharted 1, but great.
How do we get up there?
Still doesn't mean that it's better than 2 and 3.
Avery sure picked a...
I don't know, 2 and 3 were just
Well, maybe
much
we
more
can go
varied
back here
to
on
me.
vacation,
This
huh?
game just feels like we've been in a jungle for like the past fucking 10 episodes or something. As soon as we left Africa, we're just on this island and that's it. Italy, Africa, and that's it. And cool, in Africa we were like in a city. Like we started out in the savannah, and we went to a city. And that's varied, cool. But in previous games we also did that. We went from, in Uncharted 2, we went from like some Turkish museum to a fucking jungle, then to fucking a war-torn Nepal. Then we went on a fucking train ride into the mountains of Tibet, into a fucking lost city. This game has a lost city, but it's still just part of this jungle. It's not like there's a big, just fucked up looking city. Like it's completely out of fucking a fantasy realm, you know, like Shambhala was. It's completely unrealistic for a city like that to exist and no one ever discovered it. Only Nathan Drake did. And then he blew it up. That's a hall. I want to go in. Whenever I see a hall, I know it's my cue to go in. Yeah, so perhaps tomorrow I'll be in a better mood and actually fucking make up my mind about going to the goddamn gym. Like I've been trying for a while now, and I gotta fucking take care of some shit this week, and it's, I don't like it. I also kind of celebrated May the 4th by finishing up the Bad Batch, and you know what? Throughout the years, especially in recent years, right after Mandalorian came out, Star Wars really bounced back, because after the sequel trilogy ended, like, sure, Star Wars probably made a lot of money and it was still a profitable franchise, but the games we were getting were completely fucking not important to the plot. We were getting, like, Battlefront and that's it. and some shitty ass fucking mobile games. And I think Fallen Order was actually kind of like a big deal for Star Wars at the time, because I think that was before Mandalorian, right? Or around the same time. So with Fallen Order and Mandalorian, Star Wars really
Now
came
rest in
back
peace, my pirate friend.
to people's minds. People were like, oh yeah, Star Wars is fucking awesome. Because the sequels are fucking garbage. And except, I don't know, I always said that Episode 7 was not very great, but it could have become something great, and then it didn't. So where the fuck am I going? Like, I climbed up. That's usually the way to climb in these games, but oh, that way? So I was going the right way, and I like backed away. I thought I was going back to where I already been. I guess that way. And Mandalorian was great because it introduced people to a lot of people who never watched Star Wars could have watched Mandalorian without having, like, you know, without knowing anything about Star Wars, because it was a show that didn't connect it to any movie, any previous TV show. I mean, it probably had a lot of references to them, but
Hey, judging by the clothes, they're colonists.
and like everybody kind of knows what the fuck Star Wars is about, vaguely. You know, there's an Empire, there's the Jedi,
Stacked.
Siths.
They were just shoved against the walls.
They were already dead when they were brought here. This is a mass grave, Nate.
And people have like a vague understanding of what Star Wars
What
is.
this?
Now look at the sign. Traitor. It's one of the rebels.
That's a bad way to die.
That's where the main menu of this game is. There's like a cage with a
There's
pirate in
another
it.
one.
Yeah, even the main menu of this game is just not as good as Uncharted 2 or 3. Put them in cages and hung them up like fucking parakeets. Speaking of, actually, whatever, I won't mention that. Keep it for next episode so I have things to talk about.
Sorry, buddy. No disrespect.
Kinda creepy. Climbing around someone's grave. Or grave, a cage that they died in. Should I like pull up Elena? Where is she? Oh, never mind, she can pull. She doesn't need any help or any protection, Nate. Get it? She doesn't need protection.
More gibbets.
She doesn't need protecting. That makes it sound better. What are you talking about? Gibbets? What the fuck did you just say? I wasn't paying attention. Look at this game though, it's fucking pretty as all hell. Oh, there was a statue. I don't think I paid any attention to the big fucking pirate statue over there. It looks like fucking Statue of Libertalia. Oh, that's great. Yeah, how come an island in the middle of the ocean like this wasn't discovered? Like, nobody ever, I don't know, checked Google Maps and noticed that, oh wait, this island over here has like a bunch of fucking statues and shit? What the fuck? That's a bit strange. Should we, like, I don't know, explore it? Maybe that's how Nate found it. Google Maps. What's up with this place?
My God.
New
I
Devon.
guess that's one way to quash a rebellion.
I have to wonder if this was always the plan.
What,
Kill them all?
Slaughter all the colonists?
No. To lure them here in hopes of finding a utopia, only to rob them of everything that they have.
Well, we are dealing with a bunch of pirates.
Well, that is pretty diabolical, even for pirates.
Yeah, I've been saying this entire time that an utopia made by a bunch of criminals sounds like a completely batshit insane and a horrible idea. But if they reveal that it was intentional as a trap to fucking rob everybody, because that's what they did. They promised people like a safe haven from the law. So a bunch of criminals came here, paid their fee, were promised to be able to live here, and they put up a pretty good, you know, front where they actually made the city and places to live, and it seemed like it functioned at some point. Until, I guess, everybody who was brought here realized that the pirates in charge were only scamming them out of money, because all of a sudden they had to pay taxes so the fucking city could stay afloat. Oh, treasure. I don't know what it says. I can see fascists.
digna factis.
Factis, whatever.
Quipimus.
We receive the due reward of our deeds.
Especially if you cross Avery.
It's from the Bible. The penitent thief, Dismas. Avery was a little obsessed with her.
Avery doesn't strike me as the penitent type.
Well, in his mind, I'm sure he thought he was.
Yeah, honestly, Henry Avery in this game seems like a complete fucking piece of shit. Maybe he's the true villain. That'd be kind of cool. Like an Uncharted game where... What about an Uncharted game where, like, the villain isn't just completely evil, but, like, maybe he has the right idea, maybe just wants to fucking do the same thing Nate does. It's kind of like, what if Wright wasn't such an asshole, but he still didn't like Nate because Nate did something to him in the past? So it's kind of like Nate made this villain to himself. Yeah, I was talking about Star Wars though. So there were so many TV shows. There was fucking Book of Boba Fett, Visions, which was completely non-canonical. By the way, Visions season 1 was way better than season 2. Because in season 1 they employed a bunch of anime studios to have their own take at Star Wars, which most of them were pretty good. There was like 1 or 3 that were kind of lame. But most of them were really interesting and
They're not. Be careful.
pretty cool. And then in season 2 they got just a bunch of animated studios from around the world, like Aardman.
Excuse me.
But that was kind of fucking lame, you know? It was nowhere near as good. Also, the fact that these are not canonical just means that, like, there's no need to really give a shit. This does not look like I should be able to fucking hang off of it. This looks like it would snap immediately. Alright, Elena, get a move on, because I don't know where the fuck we're going. How about this way? How about let's just jump around till I figure something out? Okay, wrong fucking way. I think Elena's got a better idea of where to go. I think I've been closer to where I was supposed to go before. Can't believe they're still reusing the same jumping sound effects from Uncharted 1. They couldn't get Nolan North to moan for them one more time. I always wanted to, like, record a voice acting session where I'm like a grunt enemy type. I don't even want to be the main character. I just want to be like this generic fucking enemy, so I can just scream a bunch of bullshit and have a bunch of pain noises when I'm getting shot. Well, it seems like that's the way to go. And this drink is so pretty good. Kind of tastes like champagne for kids. Where the oh, there's a cage. Maybe that's what I have to grab on. And there was Visions, Book of Boba Fett, which I think is it was very poorly paced. All the flashbacks and all the bullshit, all the things that people didn't like the scooter
It's a
gang.
nice place.
See, the scooter gang should have been in.
Problems and water damage.
Yeah, clearly
Actually,
some
it should have.
drainage issues.
I don't know. It just doesn't fit on Tatooine. It's not that the scooter gang doesn't fit in Star Wars. It just doesn't fit on Tatooine because if these guys
Okay, so
are about a
looks
group
like
of
somebody blew
cyborgs
that dam and then flooded the whole
with
place.
really pristine-looking fucking scooters that are
Oh, I
just
forgot.
shittier fucking
Pretty
speeders.
good at this.
It's like, why the fuck are they on a planet that's all desert?
So which one of these do you think is Avery's?
Where there's fucking sand everywhere.
My money's on that.
And they want to keep their scooters in
It's still
pristine
intact.
condition? This is stupid. This is fucking moronic. But
They're not
I
so
think
bad
Book
at
of
this either.
Boba Fett deserves another
Yeah,
shot
well,
because
a little practice. ready for
it had so many
shit.
cool characters like Boba Fett,
What?
that fucking Chewbacca
Front door.
ripoff, like evil Chewbacca.
Sam.
He's still alive.
These are some fucking good binoculars. I'm surprised you can't hear them through the binoculars. This area, this chapter we're about to set our foot in,
For shoreline types.
set our wet
Yep.
foot in, because there's a lot of water here. If I remember correctly, when my friends were playing through the game, proven to be the most difficult part of the game. So I wonder if that's the case.
Here goes nothing. Whoops!
Banded his epic spear. Well, I can just drop in the water. It looks pretty clean. Hopefully no bacteria's in it. Gonna take a big fucking sip of it. It's so grape flavored. Would you look at that? We're swimming in the drink I'm drinking. And Mandalorian had 3 seasons, which I thought season 2 was the best. But I can see how season 1 was the best for newcomers to Star Wars. But then season 2 started to go off the fucking rails with a bunch of fucking characters making comebacks and shit. Fucking Cad Bane showed up in Book of Boba Fett. That was fucking awesome. That's why I think Book of Boba Fett should totally have a season 2. If it makes sense for it to have a season 2, I don't know. Like, Boba Fett didn't even appear in season 3 of Mandalorian. And then, what else? There was Kenobi, which was rather underwhelming. Like, the story it told was just kinda lame. That final fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan was fucking awesome, but... It's like... I don't know, all the stuff with Leia, it featured the dumbest scene in all of Star Wars with the chase sequence in the woods with baby Leia. And being fucking chased by a bunch of incompetent bandits. It's like something out of a fucking kids movie. And I suppose Star Wars is made for kids, but whatever. Like, that's always a thing, like, oh, Star Wars is made for kids. Sure, but you know what? Kids nowadays, they don't even fucking watch movies and TV shows. I feel like kids nowadays either play fucking shitty video games, or they just sit on the internet all day. Like, do kids nowadays fucking watch movies? I want to get my sister to watch kids movies with me all the time. I feel like fucking kids movies are more targeted to actual adult audience nowadays. Because kids don't give a shit about them anymore. I always try to get my sister to come and watch some movies with me because I don't want to go and watch a kids movie all by myself like a creep. But she never wants to see anything with me. I don't know what you're gonna say. Oh, it's probably because it's with me. No, she wouldn't fucking go to a movie all by herself. She never did. Unless it's school.
Ooh, someone had it in for this guy. Oh, another old note.
I should really close the fucking windows, because the sun that's getting through, I can barely see anything. Yeah, so Kenobi was a bit underwhelming. There was Ahsoka, which was very heavily fucking connected to Star Wars Rebels, and I have never seen more than like maybe 5 episodes of Star Wars Rebels when it was airing on Disney XD. So, I don't really fucking know anything about Rebels. I just know vaguely that the main character was Ezra, and there was this pilot girl who appeared in Rebels, and she has a child now, I think, with the guy who was a Jedi in the Rebels. I don't even know what his name was. He was like a blind Jedi. He got blinded later in the series. I know Darth Maul showed up in it. He's my favorite Star Wars character. I wonder if we'll be going to Guybrush's house. Maybe we'll even find Guybrush dead in the fucking... dead on the ground. I still didn't look up that fucking thing. Hold on, I'm gonna get my fucking phone. I gotta look it up, because I meant to look it up at the beginning of this Let's Play and I still forgot. Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. Fucking A Thief's End, not PS4. So when I pick... whatever. Voice cast. Voice cast and who they played would be very much appreciated. I don't think it is. I meant to look up whether or not Alcazar, the guy who we found out is not even real, Troy Baker, Victor Sullivan, Rafe Adler, Dean Ross, Jameson. Hector Alcazar in Uncharted 4 is voiced by Robin Atkin Downes. He also voiced Talbot in Uncharted 3 and Navarro in Uncharted 1. And I don't know if he voiced anybody in Uncharted 2, but I fucking knew it was him all along when I first heard his voice being spoken in the only cutscene he appeared in this fucking game. So I finally confirmed my suspicion after all these episodes. But the episode's also kind of over, so... Ooh, that's a cool fucking view. I'll finish around here. Thanks for getting in the way, Elena. Just fucking please move. There you go. That looks cute. Standing together like that. Kept talking about Star Wars and I didn't talk to what I wanted to talk about. Whatever. See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.